What is happening, guys? GT5K101 here, and welcome to my preview for the 2014 Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona. First of all, I just want to say apologies for not uploading over the past couple of weeks. I've been studying for exams and that kind of stuff, but I am trying to upload some front row racing Division 1 videos, basically at the start. And as you can see in this video, I upload the background is the Malaysian. As the first few laps of the Malaysian round of the Division 1 Championship, where I have not scored a single point because I disconnected from this weekend from the Malaysian round, and I failed to score points in Australia. I don't know what's happened to me, but to be honest, because I managed to finish 6th, I believe, Australia this time, and I managed to pick up some points. I mean, I should be a lot better. I'm guessing it's the wheel, so I'm hoping to swap the wheel for the pad just to test to see what it's going to be like. But anyway, I'm not talking about front row racing, am I? I am talking about Formula 1. It's back, yay! Formula 1 is back at Spain, the start of the European season at the Circuit de Catalunya. Big race for all the teams, big race for all the drivers, and a big race for Fernando Alonso. Can he win 2 races in a row in the Spanish track where all of the Spanish fans will be? Let me just say that again, but he will have huge backing from his Spanish fans. It's going to be an extremely interesting race, and I don't know who's going to win, because obviously I do want Lewis Hamilton to win. I mean, he's won the first 3 races this season. No, the 3 races in a row this season, and Nico Rosberg only had but one race this season, pretty much thanks to Lewis Hamilton's retirement. The retirement at the start of the race because of misfiring engine, and perhaps if he didn't retire, if his engine actually stayed intact, then possibly he could have won the race. Nobody knows. Lewis Hamilton fanboys are saying, "Oh yes, he could have." I'm not a fanboy, by the way. I respect all the drivers. I'm not saying, like, for example, if I was in a Lewis Hamilton Facebook page, I was a member of that, and if I say something, or like, Lewis Hamilton did a brilliant job, but my god, Nico Hülkenberg was amazing. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not one of those guys who say, "You talking about Nico Hülkenberg and Lewis Hamilton, Pedro? Get the hell out of here." I'm not that kind of guy. I am pretty much a neutral guy, but I do support Lewis Hamilton. But if any other driver, I'm just looking out towards other drivers, to be honest, because it's not all about Lewis Hamilton. Other good drivers such as, you know, Nico Hülkenberg, Nico Rosberg in particular, Daniel Ricciardo, my god, doing extremely well in his first season in Formula 1 with the world champions Red Bull. So far there is, well, because of his disqualification on Australia, which was a huge shame, he is 9 points behind his teammate Sebastian Vettel. But this gap was a lot bigger, I believe, in 2013 with Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber. Sebastian Vettel got the surprise of his life when he knew just how fast Daniel Ricciardo was. But obviously, because Ricciardo hasn't scored any points over the first 2 races, well, in Australia because of disqualification, and in Malaysia because of retirement, because of the car, I think his suspension was damaged or something like that. Even though he was helped by his actually he wasn't really helped by his teammates' retirement in Australia, because both of them retired. Both of them didn't score any points in Australia at all, so it wouldn't really matter. But it does seem that Vettel did have a head start in Malaysia because of the retirement of Ricciardo. But I think Ricciardo will gain some ground and will challenge Sebastian Vettel for the top spot in the Red Bull team. But knowing Red Bull, I think they will still give the top seat to what I believe their bum boy. To their bum boy Sebastian Vettel, the 4-time world champion. And I think it will be an extremely interesting season for the rest of the season, to see who will come out top of the Red Bull, well, or the Red Bull, of the fight for the Red Bull top spot. Now this race will be important because most of the teams will be bringing out major updates to their car, because, well, it's, I wouldn't say because all the tracks were rubbish and they weren't good for updates. I mean, they would have been, but because of costs and because they're quite far away from where all the teams are based. I mean, for example, Australia. I mean, my God. I mean, imagine the shipping for that. You know, on the other side of the world, down under. And in in Europe, I mean, for example, I mean, all the teams will be bringing major updates because it's not because of, as I said, because the tracks are rubbish at the start of the season, but it's because of transportation. I mean, it costs money to transport the parts all across the world, and the teams find it a lot better, and it does make sense, to use the European season as the benchmark, as the perfect place for their big updates, and they have to bring as much updates as they can, because it's going to be a struggle once again as they go into the flyways of the flyways of such, you know, such as Singapore, Japan, Abu Dhabi, United States, Brazil, with the exception of possibly Russia, because Russia is sort of in Europe. But to be honest, I don't really see how the Russian Grand Prix will happen, considering what's happening in Russia at the moment with the conflicts in Ukraine. I don't really know. I mean, it's pretty much for PO what happened in Bahrain in 2011. They'll probably have to stop the race. They'll have to probably cancel the race then, which will be pretty good for the teams, because then they can have more time to upgrade their cars, more time for the drivers to relax as they go into, I think it's United States after Russia, I believe so. I think so. I can't really think it's top of my head. So yeah, but let's not talk about politics. Let's look at this weekend. So Mercedes are. On the drivers, Lewis Hamilton is separated by Fernando Alonso by at least 34 points, separating Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Alonso has huge backing from his Spanish fans, and in fact, I mean, I'm looking at the calendar I'm looking at the Drivers' Championship right now. He's the only Spanish driver, so he has huge Spanish. A lot of pressure to perform this weekend on behind the Spanish fans. It's going to be really interesting to see. I mean, like I've said throughout the past few races, this is a new era of Formula 1 with new power units, new chassis design, new car designs, blah 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 blah. People don't know how fast, we don't know how fast the drivers or the cars will be this weekend because of this. I mean, generally it has been a Ferrari and Red Bull track because of its fast flowing nature, and we do need a high downforce. You do need a high downforce configuration, I say, for this track, and it's quite hard on the tires that we've seen with Mercedes last year. I mean, my God, Nico Hülkenberg, Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg took pole with Lewis Hamilton second. Then in the race, Nico Rosberg went down to 6th, and Lewis Hamilton went down to 12th because of a horrific tire life due to the Mercedes car being tough on its tires, and luckily this season their car hasn't been as hard on the tires as it was last year. I mean, that's a little bit hard, but luckily they've got the performance to compensate for that, which is why we've seen 100% record of Mercedes wins so far this season. And in fact, I also believe that it hasn't been a single person other than Mercedes who locked out the pole positions, I believe. Don't really know. I mean, I'm on the BBC website right now, and nah, I don't think so, off the top of my head. So yeah, like I've said, in general, it's going to be a confusing race. It's going to be an interesting race. and I'm actually looking at the results right now, and so far, so far this season, every first and second place has been split by under 1 second. I mean, Lewis Hamilton. Well, actually, apart from yeah, that's right. Um, no, and yeah, that's not very sorry. What I'm talking about. I don't know what I was talking about there. I'm so stupid. Well, actually, Bahrain, they were separated by nearly a second. Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg. By far my most favourite race this season in Bahrain. And yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. I don't know who's gonna do well this season. Only time will tell. The Spanish Grand Prix is gonna be a very interesting race, and hopefully Lewis Hamilton will take another race win. So yep, that's it guys for this preview video. Thanks for watching. Quick update that I'm hoping to upload some FIFA content. Yes, FIFA and a race and a motorsport related channel. How does that make sense? To be honest, I don't really know myself, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I am planning, if you guys are wondering, to earn the Grid Autosport. I mean, I'm saving up a bit. I'm saving up for my driver's license and all that kind of stuff. I'm taking lessons right now. I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, it's completely different to driving it in the game. If you guys want to know, it's not different. I mean, it's not different. It's completely different to driving it in a game, driving in real life. If you guys are in that process of having lessons, then good luck. You probably won't need it. But anyway, what am I talking about? Yep, that's it guys for this preview video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. This has been GT Vacuum 101, and I shall see you later.